All right, what's the deal, people? What's the deal? Hold on. All right, so you guys can't really see anything right now. Should actually need a I need a light. See if I can just grab the light real quick. Um, one sec. All right, so I'm gonna break it down for you guys. All right, so this is my flashlight. You guys can't really see right now because it's night or whatever. I just got back and so I think they put new wiring right here. And it runs to the top of the house right there that have ceramic at the end. Um, they have ceramic on all ends. So so as you guys can see right here, the cables are connected to the ceramic fucking top part of the ceramic. They had three fucking connections right here, and the cable is thicker than the one that was there before. I could already feel it trying to connect to my jaw that I get close to the cable. And then they put the fucking brand new pole. But I'm gonna record that shit in the daytime. I'm just gonna break down exactly what's the deal with this shit. All right. So pretty much this pole is built to last. It's built to emit more energy. They have thicker wire running to my house. So all the all the appliances are gonna be running stronger energy. It's gonna be stronger millimeter waves. It's gonna be able to carry the capacity. Is gonna be able to carry not only that, but the houses around me are gonna be connected to this pole. So they're gonna pump juice directly to this pole that's pumping out into all these houses. So all these three houses that are in the back of my house, that's what you're looking at right now. They're all gonna be feeding that same energy. And not only that, but this house right here as well is connected to that pole. Um, so I already know how it works, and so as soon as I went into the house, I can feel very slight um a differentiation and like in energy. It's very slight. It's like it's trying to make me get adapted to it. Because the longer that you're around the energy, that's when your body starts to like it gets conditioned. So like I said, yeah, they're building a fucking grid. They're working on the pole down the street, then they're working on a pole right here in the back of my house. So they're obviously trying to build like a circumference of energy, of bullshit ass energy, and they think that I'm not gonna notice, or I'm not gonna I'm not gonna fucking figure this shit out. But not only that, but they have these perp ass neighbors doing all kinds of weird fucking perp shit as well. As soon as I got here, because as soon as they installed the pole, I hadn't shown up to the house for like 2 days. So me just being around here, like the energy's there, but it's like it's not really gonna do anything really, because the main key is gonna be inside the house. That's where all the energy is being amplified to. And as soon as I got here, within less than 5 minutes that I was here, a military helicopter flew by just to capture my biometric information and all that stuff, so that it can lock onto me, because they want a strong connection to me. They want to be able to target me the best that they can. So as soon as I was like, dude, I heard two helicopters flying by, and I go outside, and one of them's a military helicopter, one's probably a sheriff or a police helicopter, and they work together. They work closely together. So I can feel very slight like difference in the energy or whatever, but it's like I won't notice a lot of it until I really spend a lot of time in the house. So honestly, what I'm thinking of doing is when I'm here, I'm going to like if let me turn on the light real quick so I could show you guys, maybe get a little bit clearer picture. But all right, so this is the front of my house. There's like a fence right here that where the neighbors can see and stuff like that. I'm gonna cover that. I'm gonna put up some stuff right there, and literally I'm just gonna be out here with like a sofa right here. I'm gonna put a sofa outside the house, and so I'm not gonna be inside the house when I'm here. I'm just gonna, if I have to go shower real quick or whatever. And not only that, but you can turn off the breaker box, all the electricity. So when I'm here by myself, I'm gonna shut off everything. I'm only gonna have like one room that's running electricity, or not even that. I'll run an extension cord from another room all the way to my room, and I'll run that electricity there. But just being around the electricity, being in the home, it's like it's not good. It's not good. Being outside, I already know that the energy is not going to even really be as strong as it capable as what it can do if I'm inside the house. I can tell the difference easily. I can easily tell the difference. So I mean, there's only so much they can do when you already know how the energy works and shit like that. Like once I spend the night out here, because usually that's what I do is I sleep outside, or I'll fucking go sleep a block down from here, whatever. I'll sleep in my car, and I'll feel fine. So honestly, like I mean, the thing is that my parents like are kind of on 50-50 side of moving. We can move and stuff like that, but they got comfortable being here because they're not being targeted. So I'm seeing obviously them making moves, working on the streets, working on the back of the house, and it's too. It'll just replace it with a wooden pole. It's not a wooden pole. It's made out of carbon fiber, and some fucking other materials, probably, which has like way more fucking conductivity. So it's gonna be amplifying like way more energy. I already know how these fucking that military helicopter like across from here. If I had my other camera, I can show you guys. But there's like two fucking planes just hovering in the fucking sky, and they're like literally like pointing this way. But we got some two fucking fake ass fucking puppets. That's what happens. That's what happens to fucking retards. But yeah, anyways, I have a plan. Like if I want to, I can literally leave from here, and I have a place to stay. But it's gonna be a little bit more difficult until I get settled in. It'll be a little bit difficult in the meantime, but I would be away from the whole energy grid that they're trying to surround me right now. So like they would have to move all their shit in my wherever I'm planning on going. But it's like it's a hassle, fucking having to deal with this shit. But it's not that bad. Like if I got here and I'm like, oh fuck, like they're gonna try to they're gonna try to like think that I'm gonna be okay with it, and it's not going to be. Like if I really want to, if I keep pressing them and I find a place where they can move to, or I just get my own place, like find a room for rent or whatever. um they like I can just shake the spot, like once I start working, I have my car or whatever, and I could just save up money and just do whatever the fuck I want. Like I don't have to be here, you know what I mean? I'm not limited here. I'm not fucking sanctioned to be only at this one spot. Like if these fucking clowns want to chase me around, I don't mind hopping here and there. You know what I mean? As long as I have my peace of mind and I know that they need to have a higher type of electricity and all kinds of shit around me just to target me properly, that means that their shit isn't working properly. It means that they need to up their game. They're if they have a whole bunch of shit around, right, but yet it's not working and they have to put a fucking pole in the back, there's something wrong here. There's something wrong with their system. obviously I'm doing something right. You know, I started using the potassium iodine, and I'm starting to detox myself, and all of a sudden they want to fucking move in this fucking pole because supposedly it's a hazard because the one that I have is old, but I'm pretty sure all the ones that are around here are the same age. So it doesn't really matter. Like I said, it's, you know, it's futile what these fucking clowns are doing. They're fucking desperate. All the fucking they're puppets, they're little puppets that are doing the gang stalking on me and shit like that around here. They're fucking desperate. They're complaining to fucking, to, bitch tits, and telling them, oh fuck, we're fucking tired of this fool keep fucking, fucking up the system, and we have to keep on waking up and doing and fucking, chasing our fucking tails every fucking day, just trying to target this fool. Like, we need some fucking help. So they had to come and fucking bring in the big guns. You know what I mean? So obviously, I know what's up. It's just like, the thing that sucks is, that I can't even be in my own house. Like, I already recognized the energy automatically just with the regular pole that was there. So they were hitting me with energy, but it wasn't working. So it was wearing off. So they needed to upgrade the system because, um, they need stronger ammunition, because it's like it's not working anymore. I can feel that, like, they keep on losing their fucking little pussy ass grasp on me, and because they have fucking, bitch hands, and so, yeah, so, like, dude, it's just like, it's funny, bro. Like, it's funny that, like, because I caught things out beforehand. I told you guys, like, when you see these patterns, it's like not only the gang stalking, but like when I already talk about this ahead of time, and I'm telling you guys, look, they're gonna start doing construction around my house. They're gonna start trying to modify shit and doing shit like that, and then lo and behold, it fucking happens. Like, so the next fucking place that I moved to. So yeah, so the next place that I moved to, and they try pulling this shit. Like, I'm gonna just record it, and it's just gonna be weird, bro. Like, I mean, you move to a whole new neighborhood, a whole new city, and then, like, all of a sudden they didn't need to do construction there, but all of a sudden you move there and they're doing construction, and they're starting to fuck with the poles and shit, like all these poles around your area. Like, it doesn't make sense. And not only that, I've confirmed with other people that are being targeted by this fucking fake ass system, and the same shit is happening to them. They're starting to do construction outside their house. They're fucking with the poles and shit like that. And it's like, okay, like, we're supposedly tripping, right? We're paranoid, whatever, blah blah. But yet, why is it that people that are experiencing this, that are claiming that they're being targeted, which I'm most definitely sure that a lot of them are, you know, probably 90%. There's, probably, a couple fake people out there that are bullshitting about their targeting, but, um, for the most part, I'm pretty sure, like, a lot of people that are saying this stuff, and then they're recording it, and they're like, yo, look, outside my house, they're doing construction. I can name like three or four, five people off the top of my head that have told me the same things are happening to them. And I'm just like, dude, I don't go by what people say. I've seen this shit already multiple times. I've seen this at my, past houses that I've lived at. They always do little construction here or there, like sneak their fucking way in. You see them working on the poles on the corners of your houses and shit. And it's like, dude, like, I've seen this shit since I've been targeted. It's not nothing new. It's not like, oh, I'm just like, I hear it and talk about it. No, this is how it works. I mean, they're already building a system around us, so saturating us with fucking airwaves and all kinds of crap, right? 5G radio frequencies, all kinds of shit. But if you're targeted, you're gonna get that extra fucking bullshit around you. You're gonna get, they need it to be able to target you, to be able to modify your body, to keep tabs on your biometrics, to keep tabs on everything, your whole system, how it works, everything. If you're trying to detox, they're gonna try to stop that with the electricity in your house when you're asleep, and they're telling your body what to do and trying to fuck with your body and the way it works. That's what you're feeling. That's what they're hitting you with. They're not only doing one thing, they're doing multiple things to you at the same time, constantly trying to target you with bullshit. So when you extract yourself from that area, that's why trees are good. If I do move like on my own, because I can't always depend on my family. You know what I mean? They're just kind of like a crutch, because it's a little bit hard for us. It's not impossible, but it is a little bit hard for us. But if I had the fucking resources, I mean, I'd be in a house on some land surrounded by freaking trees, and like I would run off of like free energy. I don't know, whatever, solar panels, whatever I could think of that can run off of like free energy, or even like gas powered, propane. Like there's fridges that run off propane. You can find a way, like, especially how technology is advancing. I don't want to be connected to the power grid. Imagine you not having your house running off of Edison, or all these fucking perp ass motherfuckers that are pulsating shit through your house, right? And you take that power away from them. They're gonna be standing there with their fucking vagina in their hands. They're not gonna know what to do. They're gonna have to move shit next to you, move it to your neighbor's house. They're gonna have to do so much extra work that it's just like fuck. Like you start becoming a hard target. That's what happens. You start becoming a hard target. And they already know this, so they know, like, and it's funny because the fact that I'm speaking about it so freely, and I'm talking shit because I know that it's true, and they do too. They know that I'm talking shit, and I'm able to talk shit, and they're like just sitting there, kind of like listening to me talk shit, and they know I'm right, and so they're like, fucking little fucking bastard, right? They're like, he knows, like, we can't really do nothing about it. They can't like really come right here when I'm videotaping and like have these fucking vans like doing shit. The only time that they come is when I'm asleep, and they leave as soon as I wake up. Like if I catch their ass outside my house, I'm gonna fucking record them, and try to put some type of evidence together and link some type of corporation that they're incorporated with, and get their license plates down and stuff like that. When you start getting close to the people that are involved in this stuff, and you can actually pin it to somebody, that's what they don't want. So they want you to remain blind and just think like, oh yeah, they got these little fucking civilians. There is actual private contractors that are fucking like, but they're secretive about it. They don't want to get caught. Those are the ones that like have money invested into this stuff, because that's how they make money. That's how they survive. So their whole fucking job is to make money off of other people's suffering. So a lot of these pedestrians, these little pawns in this game, they make, chump change doing this shit. But it's not like, oh, you can really connect them to actual source. All the shit that they do is secretive. It erases off of their phone. I mean, the government is watching this. They make sure that their phones are being wiped. Any information, most of the information, they learn to be careful now because they've perfected it over time. People have found out things, seen things, and they've caught perps with stuff on their phone, like relatives or family members or cousins or whatever. And I'm sure, like, we've found information throughout time. We've learned things. That's how stuff comes out. And then they get pissed off, and they get a tighter and tighter, more security. So like now the government is on top of this shit. They send them notifications, showing your biometrics and stuff like that, these perps that are tracking you. And you try to take a glimpse at their phone, and their fucking screen flips, because they can literally monitor like where you're looking at. And these electrical devices pick up signals like that. So you can't go onto a perp's phone and expect to see what they're seeing, because it's linked to their brain. It's linked to their brain, and then they can, it only shows them because it knows when they're holding their phone. It's literally, it knows who's holding the phone. That's why even though you get a phone and you think like, oh, I'm gonna be secure, I'm gonna be safe, they know your biometrics, they know your brain, the frequency to everything. Your body, your brain has a certain electromagnetic field. They know where you are. Just that's how they track you, through technology. So you're walking around like a beacon that's recognizable through technology. So that's why these perps know who you are when they look at their phones, because it's picking you up. It's like a scanner. You know what I mean? So That's how I feel at least about it. But I mean, I don't give a fuck either way. These fucking clowns are losers, and they're always gonna be. They just want to maintain order, and then when people like us come along and we cause disorder to their fucking fake ass system, it's it's it sucks, it sucks for them. But like I said, I'm gonna continue to speak the truth and let you guys know how this shit works. Because if you're getting targeted like I am, and you want to get away from it, you want to have a peace of mind, I'm telling you the keys to it. At least some of it, like some of the stuff, whatever is helping me, hopefully it can help you. So if you're getting targeted in your house, try sleeping in your car. Try sleeping in a tent. Try sleeping on the freaking grass. Like if you have access to that. You know what I mean? If some people don't have a car, some people don't have a backyard. You know what I mean? Some people don't even have a house. They're freaking homeless. Like freaking sleep in a park. Go somewhere like it's not like the targeting is gonna go away 100%, but you're lessening it. The environment that you're in, you're hopefully lessening it. You don't want to go to a park where there's a 5G tower right there in the park, and you're sleeping right next to the 5G tower, and you think that you're not gonna be getting hit with energy. Like try to stay away from any fucking telephone poles, any electricity, whatever, and like just yeah. I mean, there's only so far you can get, but just try to distance yourself as best as possible, and that should help. They also cut the trees down so posts can travel easier. Yep, that's why 5G. That's why they call it directed energy. Um, I got this fucking private plane flying over me right now. Hold on, guys. That shit literally flew right over me, bro. Like right the fuck over me. Where'd it go? You can't see it. Kind of. That shit just flew right over my ass. What a fucking punk ass bitch. It's like, but it's all good. Like I said, like I don't. These fools are clowns, bro. They ain't shit. Like if I had access to this technology and like even more advanced stuff, I mean, imagine what we would do with it. You know what I mean? Like we're people that can be a real big problem. You know what I mean? Like say if one of us were targeted and we came across a lot of money, like we became rich somehow. I mean, I would fucking build a fucking like literally a corporation of like that literally is to help people, like an actual organization where people can call, and we would have the equipment to go and do our own fucking investigation to help people that are going through this to try to prove it. Like literally, I would invest money. Like not only would I buy stuff to like live at least a comfortable life, but I would build a company to fucking just tear down this fucking system as long as I could, like as long as I was still breathing and they couldn't get to me. Because if you really were trying to do that, they're gonna come for you big time. Like you have to watch everything. You would have to have like your own personal cook. You know what I mean? Like make sure you're fucking testing your food. Having like making sure your shit's not poisoned. Like they're gonna fucking try to kill your ass. Like if you're really helping people and like taking money out of their pocket, they're gonna fucking frame you. They're gonna try to do something to you. You should have a camera on you all times, a fucking bodyguard, whatever the fuck you have to do. Somebody you can trust at least, so that they can't pin some shit on you. You'd have to have witnesses or family members, whatever, somebody you can trust with you at all times, so that they could collaborate your story. And you have to not put yourself in a vulnerable position where they can take advantage of your freedom. So even John McAfee, he was an outlaw, and they fucking hunted his ass down and fucking killed him. He was an inventor of McAfee, the security uh software, McAfee or whatever. So yeah, I mean, Ah, it just sucks because I know all my fucking neighbors. Like, I can't even be fucking comfortable in my own home because all these fucking cocksuckers are fucking cooperating with this fucking system. And then I have these fucking planes that I can't even show you guys, but they're literally just hovering, directing their fucking lights at my house, and they keep on staying in that area, which I don't know how the fuck, they have somewhere to go, so why the fuck are they sitting there in the sky, just pointing in my direction? Ah, fucking coward ass motherfuckers. Fuck, man. I guess we don't deserve to live comfortably. um, we got to fight for it. Every freedom that we have to fight for it. So when we get too comfortable and we're prevailing against the system, that's when they come in and try to fuck our shit up. Like since I've been here, I've been dealing with different levels of targeting, and I've always been able to be successful and prevail against them. But right now, it's kind of getting a little bit complicated because of this fucking bullshit that they installed. But it's not nothing I can't handle. I've already squashed these cowards so many times before. They're only gonna get squashed again. So the real big move, the real big plays, if I implement a plan that I have, because then they're gonna really get fucking pissed off. Their little pussies are gonna fucking get hurt. So if I just bounce and go fucking, all these little clowns are not gonna have nothing to do with themselves, and they're gonna have to go take all their shit somewhere else and try to fucking target me there, all over again. And then what? They're gonna go fucking modify the poll there because since I'm documenting everything, I'm gonna document when I leave and like where I'm going to. I'm not gonna put the address up, like, because I don't care about if people know where I live. Honestly, like to a certain point, I'm not gonna tell everybody as soon as I move somewhere. Oh yeah, this is where I live. You know what I mean? But I mean, I don't mind talking about where I live right now because I mean it's already fucked up here. But hold up real quick, bro. All right, so this fucking punk ass little bitch right here. Hold on, let me fucking get closer to this fucking punk ass faggot. All right, so look, you see this fucking clown right here, sitting here with this fucking lights on. This is what these fucking puppets do. Every fucking time that they leave their fucking house, like, see, the thing is, it's like eventually you get fucking fed up with it, and then this happens right here. You can't even see through this fucking little pussy ass windows, but I can see his bitch ass. Here, take your fucking pussy ass on, boy. But yeah, pretty much they already know that I run shit around here. So eventually they might just get smacked up if I feel the need to. They might just get lucky one day. You see, because you don't really have to get violent. You just gotta make them feel like they're the fucking weaker person. Like make them feel like they're a little bitch, which they are. And then you go up to them and you fucking smack them around a little bit. You know what I mean? And then they throw the first punch, and then that's when you knock them out. So like a backhand or something like that. That'll do. Pimp Smack. There he goes. There goes a little faggot. We got another fucking puppet right here just sitting there. This phone can't see for shit in the dark. But anyways, they're not gonna have it like they want to. You know what I mean? They're never going to. Like, cause I'm gonna make sure of that. So like, they're hoping that I let my guard down and I go in this house and I'm spending time in this house with this fucked up electrical environment that they want me to be in so that they can condition me, but that's not gonna happen. Like literally, I don't give a fuck if I gotta set up a couch out here, a TV, and block this shit off, and still be out here, and they're not gonna do shit about it. They're not gonna be able to do a motherfucking thing about it. So that poll is literally just gonna be for nothing, because I'm gonna be able to tell if I'm getting hit with energy just by spending the night out here. I'm gonna be able to tell, and if I am, then it's off to moving, and then they're gonna fucking have to follow me all the fuck over there. So yeah, I'm getting comfortable. About to shit fire. All right. Yeah, I'm getting comfortable. Yeah. Uh, chill. Just chilling, not really worried about nothing, bro. These clowns, they have failed multiple times. And I just want to remind them that they're failures and that they're going to continue to fail. They're going to continue to fail like the fucking coward lames that they are. Because we're too fucking strong. We're just too motherfucking strong for these clowns. Oh. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on here real quick and let you guys know the situation. Um, because I mean, I don't know how many truthers I'm actually reaching out to, but um, I have I have found a few resources. I'm gonna be trying to reach out to more people, like start to collaborate with like a little bit more people that are that live at least a little bit locally to me, because I want to be like working closely with certain people that I can actually meet and you know what I mean, be around. But I met a few people. Interestingly, I met a few people that these perps don't really know about. At least not yet, but they will find out. But I mean, they're not gonna really be able to do anything about it. Uh, because they can't stop you from making relationships if there are still people out there that are not affiliated with this program. They're not gonna stop you from making relationships. You know what I mean? Like I'm content with the Wi-Fi, my phone right here, and me being able to use my phone and stuff like that. I don't need to be inside. I like it outdoors, especially when in nature. So tonight will be the first night that I'll be spending near this electricity pole that they just recently installed, and all these fucking little puppets around me, they're all fucking waiting and hoping that that it works and that it helps their little fucking bitch made system. um I guess we'll see. I'll be able to talk about this shit tomorrow. But see, the great thing about having freedom and free will is that you can literally just pick up and go. You can go and do whatever the fuck you want. Literally. Like nobody can stop you at all. Not the gang stalking, not these perps, not the fucking cops. Nobody. If you whatever you want to do, good or bad, if you want to do it, you can do it. You want to go fucking paint a picture, you want to go fish, you want to fucking go fucking moon somebody, you want to go fucking do whatever the fuck you want to do, you can do it. And nobody can stop you. So if I want to go and I want to move to another area, they're not going to be able to do shit about it. If I have the opportunity to do that, they can't do shit about it. The only thing they can do is to keep trying to suppress me. Keep trying to suppress me, keep trying to come around me, do their little fucking fake ass shit, whatever, blah blah. It's just the fucking, around the merry-go-round again and again and again with their fucking bullshit. Yo, Saved by Grace, how's it going? The lizards like heat and radiation. I could post a link too if I don't know if you guys wanna. Oh shit, I just seen your text, bro. My bad. I'll send you the link right now. Yeah, sometimes I don't know why shit doesn't like it doesn't notify me. 10:14. What time did you send it? But I think that what happened last night on the live stream, they shut it down. Um actually the live stream, I think that was with Kenneth, right? And so yeah, 1 second. Yo,
What
what's
up,
up,
bro?
brother?
What up, man?
What's bracking?
Nothing. Just you know, breathing, living, laughing, shitting, making these motherfuckers pissed off. Every time we breathe, they're losing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
As long as we're alive and thriving, they can't really do shit about it.
Yup.
Yeah,
Um.
somebody's asking about the live. It's just sometimes it's things get busy and like I'm usually always the one that's running the live. So if I'm not paying attention to my phone and the screen shuts off, it can like could stop the live or something like that. Usually I leave the phone plugged in. As long as it's plugged in, it should stay on.
Oh.
But yeah, like and then Ken loses connection and stuff like that. So it's just like technical difficulties and stuff like that, or these perps messing with the connection, or there's multiple reasons. But I try to tell them that they can do it live as well, because I'm not always available, but they can do it live and try to invite some people, get some other TIs on there to start speaking out.
Yeah. Um. I wanted to say
How's it
hi to
going?
Saved by Grace and Winged Infinity. What's up with you guys? I also wanted to share with you, bro, because it's funny because at work, in the parking lot where I work at, I work like in a like a shopping center. And my boss was even surprised because yesterday they started like tearing up the street, like in the parking lot. And he was like, they didn't even notify me. The lady today next to us too, she's like a therapist, told me that they didn't notify her. So they got this giant project out there, right? Like they're tearing out the street. They got trucks, bulldozers. They got like 50 guys working out there and shit. It's a whole fucking thing. And I'm like, that's weird, you know? And then here where I live at, the building in front of me, like literally, I just noticed the other day that three people left, two people left on one side, two on my side. It's like all these motherfuckers leaving. Like, it's like a revolving door when they can't, they probably lose their little verbal contract and shit. Like you sucked at this and get the fuck out of here, or they put them somewhere else. You know what I mean? Because they're not good enough for you. So
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say, it's like literally like one, two, three, four, five, six, at least like six different units of people left, like pretty much at the same time.
At your job?
No, here where I live, like
Oh,
they
units.
moved
Oh,
out.
I see. I see.
They moved out. Yeah, but my job
Oh,
was
yeah.
something
Wow.
else. I was saying that, the construction thing is kind of weird because they're. I mean, if
So,
you
so you
if you've
live in
ever,
apartments, right?
I do live in apartments. Yeah.
Okay, so 6 units, and these units, are they above you, on the side of you? Like, are they close to you?
So unfortunately, bro, like I live in three-story apartments, and I live in the middle. I'm in the second floor of one, and the people upstairs are like they be well, everybody has, you can tell their presence, you know what I mean, like when they're
Bro,
sensing you and stuff like that, when they're kind of like
they usually try to get close to you, so
yeah.
hopefully, like tenants that moved are not up right above you or right beside you,
Mhm. Well,
even underneath.
they kind of make it obvious, like like when like monkeys or hyenas mess with a tiger because they're a little faster and shit, or they can climb better. um they
Yeah,
kind of do that. Like it's crazy because like sometimes like it'll be quiet like the whole evening after I get home from work. And as soon as I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep, boom, I lay down, stomp, stomp, stomp. You know what I mean? It's like, can you make it more obvious? You
yeah,
know what I mean?
they know when you're about to get
Yeah,
relaxed. Like they know when you wake
yeah.
up.
It's
They
it's
know
the
when
R
you're
and M,
laying
bro.
down.
You know?
Like they know when you take a shit. I mean, it's that
Yeah.
crazy.
Uh, it's the R and M. Like you said, they probably have like some kind of fucking implant that's connected to their little mother computer, and then linked to them.
Well, it's
Because
like a biometric network. Like they can
yeah,
build
the
these
hive mind.
small little fucking things out of the stuff they're spraying. They build
Uh-huh.
them in your body, and it's like they're
They
like
communicate.
biochips,
Yeah.
kind of type of thing.
Yeah, because sometimes like I'll be thinking stuff, or like I won't be thinking stuff, but they'll be triggering me, and like you know how that goes and shit. That whole little mental theatrics and reactions and all this shit, and so they'll be reacting to that. So they make it obvious, but in the same way, they're like they don't get close to me physically, like ever, like like people around here, like they're kind of, I don't know if they're scared of me or they're not allowed to get close to me or something. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Um, but yeah, and then this other lady, her other people have gotten their shit like flooded too. Like a few people actually. And I have felt like their presence too, like trying to fuck with me. Unfortunately, it's like everybody around us, bro. You know what I mean? Sometimes. So it's just kind of one of those things that we have to bear. You know what I mean? But they can kiss our ass. So.
Yeah, just a few tips out there because it's actually happening to me right now as we speak. But what they like to do is they'll send helicopters to like hover above me or
Mhm.
like around, and the propeller sound is like it's amplifying certain energy at you or whatever.
Mhm.
So I'll cover my ears with my hands and like
Mhm.
kind of like how when they tell you to like put your hands up over behind your head, like if a cop was telling you to do that, but you cover the back of your head and then you cover your ears, and like I can feel electrical like shocks, but they're not they don't hurt or anything. I can feel them hitting my nerves, trying to get
Yeah.
past to my ear. So like right now they're like literally like as soon as I said that, or just like get some like there's these ballistic headphones that you can use at like when you go to the shooting range,
Mhm.
and just always keep them around you, so when when these helicopters pass by, you can just throw them on, and it pretty much it helps to block the sound, a lot of the sound, Because what I found out is that earplugs, like even the foam earplugs or like just regular earplugs that like you can use for swimming, if it has a really enclosed structure, they can still focus energy on you. Like they can kind of turn it around, and sometimes your targeting goes up. So like I kind of stopped using those earplugs for a while. You can go back to them if you want to, but for some reason, like my targeting will go up when I use certain types of earplugs. So you just want to kind of like you know for your ears with something like those are easy because they're like headset kind of type thing. So it doesn't really enclose the eardrum like sealed tight. So it just kind of just helps to the decibels to be less. And then like my
Mm-hmm.
foam pillow as well. Like foam pillows are really useful for like the vibrations when they're sending them to you. Like I feel like covering my head with a foam pillow, like laying on one, like sandwiching your head in like two foam pillows would be like uh a very like minimal shielding, but it helps a lot to like block sound out and stuff like that.
For sure.
Yeah.
What I've noticed is that when you put in I think you made a video about it, like, and I had noticed that before, where when you do wear earplugs, it's like the noise, the little microwave signal gets trapped in there. So what it does, it starts like vibrating between the the end of the earplug and the
Yeah.
the little bone, the little bone or
Right.
the little nerve that we have there, whatever it is that rattles. So that it gets extremely hot, and it, it sometimes, like, you can feel like it's like 100 degrees between that little area right there. And it's really crazy. And the ringing will go like, it's almost like torture, you know what I mean, like the ringing. So but if you can get past that and go to sleep with the
I
plugs
just
on, you'll sleep much
yeah.
better.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just
It
one of
does
those
help.
things. It does
So
help,
like I want to put this
but
out
you have
there
to get
just
through
to
that barrier, that first barrier of falling asleep, which is fucking hard. But
yeah. I mean I've had so much weird stuff happen when using different types of shielding that
mm,
it like mess with my sleep. Like I'd feel like weird stuff. I can't explain it, but
yeah,
like just energy, different types of weird, like falling, like feel like you're falling when you go to sleep. It's like you can't go to sleep right. Something's interfering with it. But I just wanted to put this out there. It's a AS-50. It's 10:47 p.m. and this helicopter is literally circling around me. I'm gonna take a screenshot of it just so I can kind of document it. But yeah, it's AS-50. That's all that I can get. Airbus helicopter H125. Just to put it out there.
yeah. I've had that too with the helicopters. It's weird. Yesterday though, they were hitting me with the with the do weapon or whatever. Um, and it's crazy because when they amplify it, like, like your heart immediately, you have to be ready for it, right? Like, your heart immediately starts pounding, and it's just the normal reaction of your body. Of I think it's good when your body, when you're anxious, when you're alert. I wouldn't say afraid, because a lot of us aren't afraid anymore. Um, but if it's alert, if it's anxious, or the adrenaline starts pumping, or being worried is even good. So I've learned to accept all that shit, but um, at the same time, it's like I was telling you, like, I've accepted that, and I'll bypass it. I'll even use it to like clean out my impurities, like kind of like chemo, like a free chemo. Um, but another thing, it's kind of funny because kids around the apartments here, I'll start hearing them crying and shit when that shit comes on. And so it's like they're doing it to themselves. They'll kill themselves to try to fuck with you, fuck with us, and like try to kill us. You know, they'll put themselves in harm's way, like with their little weapons and stuff like that. But yeah, they were like amplifying that thing hard yesterday, hard. Like I could feel the pulses, like. But I don't know how. I fell asleep eventually. I got like a few hours of sleep last night. So, but yeah, man, it'd be nice if one of the people that are always in here would join.
Yeah,
So
there's not too many people
I was
on
kind of
site.
like, yeah, it's kind of awkward, like like going live, I guess, because it's like you are exposing yourself to anybody out there in the world. Um, but it's empowering too, and it's kind of it's therapeutic, you know.
For sure. I mean, that's why I started doing them in the first place. Like, even though, like, I started off with, hold on, it's because I'm trying to put some ear shielding,
Hmm.
and it's kind of
If you put some earplugs on, just like lightly in your ear, that helps too. You can still hear the ringing increase, but it helps with the like the slap in your ear. The first like it's not so aggressive.
yeah. So I was saying, I started off with like not really any followers. I mean, I started off with zero followers. I had this YouTube channel probably for like, I don't know, 5 years, something around there. Um, and I would have like one viewer for a long time. And then little by little, I started going on people's channels. I'd comment like, "Hey, come out, check out my channel, check out my channel." I literally like spammed everyone because like I wanted to get people to be involved and like you know, speak their mind and talk about stuff that they're going through and stuff like that. And I felt like nobody was trying to communicate or whatever. So um I still have this fucking coward ass fucking helicopter flying over me right now. It literally keeps flying past me. But um I already got my ear shielding, so I can't really even hear the fucking piece of shit. Um but yeah, I mean it sucked because I at first I didn't get anybody involved, but then little by little the more truth I kept spewing out,
Hmm.
the harder it made it for these fucking cowards to do what they wanted. And then not only that, but I was putting tips out there and like, you know, to be able to like combat these fucking assholes.
Yeah,
And then that's when they really started getting mad because like I'd see them passing me by and they'd have these stupid looks on their faces like when I would like straight talk so much crap and it's like they knew and they'd walk around like with this stupid faces, this stupid look on their faces, and I'd be laughing at them. Like when I'd shield and they'd be off, like they would have to send helicopters and fire department. Like you don't even know like how much of pain in the ass I have been for them. Like truly, like I've caused so much fucking problems for these fucking assholes. Like just barely recently with this COVID and everything, it's like they've been getting a little bit of the upper hand because whatever it's doing to us, it's obviously affecting us, our bodies and everything like that. And I think that I can't even talk about this really, but they implemented certain things to be able to get into people's bodies. Just put it like that. And now they have more control. Now they have more you know, influence and stuff like that. And they don't, like I said, the government doesn't do shit for nothing. They always have a reason why they do shit. And um yeah, but I'm kind of getting off topic. But yeah, like now at least I think the most viewers that I've had in a live stream was like 15 to like 17 viewers or something like that. But it would be cool if we had more people that would to participate and like come on here and talk and stuff like that. It's always to have like new faces or you know. Ooh.
Yeah, but what I was saying also, bro, like, um, where I work at, there's a wall by my desk. There's a dentist office next to it. So I don't know what it is, but it's like they don't work all day, and it's like they're triggering me, and like, doing the B2K and all this shit all day long and shit. Um, and then like at the end of the day, they have their little gather meeting where they all laugh and shit like that. Also, since they're like a dentist office, they have like radiation machines also. So sometimes I'll feel those. And like my coworker has told me, she's like, "Yeah, I can hear it, but I don't think they can go through walls." I'm like, if a remote control, you know what I mean, can go through a damn wall, don't tell me a fucking military grade weapon can't. I mean, they're watching us right now like that, like through infrared. That's how they watch us. That's how they see us. And some people go as far as to think, like I personally think also, that they use some kind of cloaking device, or they I don't know. It's like we're in another place in the lab also, like with the laser shit that I was telling you the other day with the girls. Um, but it's kind of like they're near us, like physically, but covertly, obviously. That's why people sometimes see energy around them, or like the shadow people are really there. All of that sounds really crazy, but that's what it's meant to do. It's meant to be sound crazy. So, and the thing is, like, our instinct has like become so um it's evolved so much. Like people that are blind can hear freaking a pin drop, during traffic or whatever. Um, it's things like that. Like our senses are so heightened right now, and I stopped doubting my gut. Like when there's bad energy, I get it, and I know it's tricky because you got to know, like, maybe this person isn't using bad energy with me. Maybe it's other people making this whole situation uncomfortable, making them uncomfortable around me, and then me thinking they're doing something to me, or them thinking I'm just bad energy. It's really just confusing. That's what they do. It's like a big clusterfuck. Um, but yeah, as far as like them watching us, like, yeah, they've told me, like, oh, look, he's peeing. They've narrated everything we're doing. Like, oh, look, he's gonna do this. Look. It's like, but those are all triggers. It's like, okay, so then we learn to just be like, okay, so what? Like, just watch me do whatever we want, whatever I do, whether it's wrong or right to you morally or not. That's my business. If I pay my own apartment or house or whatever, and I'm inside my own private quarters, I don't care if you're drinking heroin. You shouldn't. I don't condone that, and I'm not saying you should, but if you're doing that, that's not my business. I don't. Um, yeah, it's weird, man. This whole thing is weird. They also use animals to spy on us too, because they do the same thing with them. They'll do like R&M on them, and so if like a pigeon or a bird or whatever is next to your car or something like that, they'll be remote neural monitoring them to look at you sometimes. Like, it's all weird, and it gets deep. A lot of this is like, some people say it's demonic, it's witchcraft, it's all of that, and it's tech, it's demons, it's CERN, it's just stupidity too, like stupid people thinking they have like the upper hand on somebody else because they're getting free housing or something like that. Um, but you know, these are the same people that have to give up their one of their kids for, you know, sexual pleasures or whatever, or like the trafficking, the human trafficking. They kind of like own you if you're doing things like that. Um, you know, it's like sometimes it just like they make me feel like, oh, you could be joining us, you know, like and stuff like that, or like you get that feeling, and it's like we need to be careful also, even if we don't join them, not to act like perps also, because sometimes like I'll be like loud or like I'll be obnoxious, you know, fighting them back in a way. Um, I've seen videos also though with people like at the store. They'll go to the grocery store and they'll be like, "Ooh, look, they're those people are like targeting me, blah blah blah." And I think they might be, but if you're hearing things or they're triggering you by saying something or like a trigger word or like a sound, then tell them to fuck off. Like you just yell out too, like covertly, you know, because that's what they're doing. They're yelling out little things. So you yell back, and if anybody ever asks you, you say, you know, are you schizo? Are you okay?" Then you play their game, you know, and then when you start beating them, meeting them, and then beating them at their own game, that's when shit starts changing, and you start kind of turning the tables here, you know. And they threw us in this motherfucker like gladiators, you know, like thick little newborn puppies in a gladiator arena with fucking barbarians trying to destroy us. But you know, if you survive long enough, you become the villain and the hero, and then something else. You evolve to like just indestructible. And then they've made me feel and think the most horrible things, you know, about people. I know some people know too, because this is broadcasted to the world. Also, there's like a secret, like you said, you know, they can see their devices, and they have ways of only them accessing it. There was also a website I saw a long time ago where they said that people actually there's a special channel that people can watch you, you know, like the R&M stuff. Um, you know, it's funny because like um, you'll be thinking of somebody or they'll trigger you to think something bad about them or their family. Um, and then all of a sudden that person will like text you or post something on Facebook when they haven't posted anything in, you know, a year. But all of a sudden, you know, because it came up on your mind, boom, like they're on your feed now or whatever. It's just all, and those people are weird because it's like people that you know, but you're they're just associates or things like that. Like you just know who they are. You don't really know them or hang out with them, but I don't know, man. Like the whole social media shit is like weird too.
I mean, I could tell you a bunch of stuff too. Like when my targeting changes, um, like when I feel like I'm kind of coming off of their system, like I stay away from like certain energies, I'm detoxing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like it'll kind of be off. Like they won't be able to like kind of track me as good as they can, and like I don't really see too much of the gang stalking. And then, you know, they'll
Mm-hmm.
send the firefighter my way. As soon as the firefighter passes me by, it's like their whole fucking system updates. And then
Mm-hmm.
they're on me like crazy. I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, so I noticed a pattern in that always happening. My targeting
Yeah.
always goes up when the fire department pass, and it's always when the targeting isn't high. So like they'll come because they sense something's wrong, and then they'll pass by, and then it goes up again. So what I've noticed too is when my targeting goes up, the birds fly past my car, like right in front of my car. Like they'll pass me by. They keep passing me by.
Uh-huh.
Like I even see them flying like on the side of me, and then
Uh-huh.
like I'll keep seeing them just like fly right
Where?
in front of my car and cross by me. And I'm just
Wow.
like, dude, like that's a sign, I guess they're locked onto me and they
Mm-hmm.
can control the birds and shit. Like I think they
That's what I told
pulsate
you.
shit at them, and
Yeah.
they can control like
They
the direction that they
they
want them to
funnel
go.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
So
corral them
I
almost.
know that I know that's actual something that happens. I mean, it doesn't matter, that they can control the birds too. I mean,
Hmm.
they have the technology to do all kinds of shit, but I mean, to
Hmm.
me, it's like whatever, it's just one more thing they can do. But um, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I've seen it all.
speaking about pigeons, bro. Like honestly, it's not that I hate animals, but I really don't like pigeons, dude. I don't like pigeons just because I don't see them serving any kind of purpose. They're just, I don't know. But me personally, I just don't like pigeons. And unfortunately, my whole fucking section here of my apartments, like there's one, two, three other apartments, on the side on my sides, but all the fucking pigeons, there's always pigeons in front of my damn door, like, and they shit everywhere, like on the floor. So I got to tell management to come clean all the fucking time. They don't clean well enough either. But it's like, why do the birds always come here? Like, there's nothing special or different about um, the front of my apartment at all. Like, it's insane. Also, bro, I wanted to ask you because I know you're big on family, and so am I. But it's like they get used to like trigger us to do vices also in a way. I know it sounds really messed up, but um I don't know. It's like sometimes I feel like they're involved in it in a way too, to either keep us in control or stuff like that. Like or like to like keep us in around like the same area, you know what I mean? In the planet, like we're going to be in the same city as them, in the same area of town as them, um, things like that. Hello.
Yeah, I hear you. It's because I'm looking for my. Because what's happening, what I'm noticing right now is since they modified this electricity pole, I haven't
Yeah.
spent the night here at my
So the
house.
pole is
So
up. It's up and running.
yeah, it's up. It's
Oh
everything
yeah.
is. It's a carbon fiber pole. Like they put a lot of money into fucking whatever the fuck they put in this pole.
Yeah.
So I'm like I'm kind of filling it out because I'm honestly thinking about leaving to
Uh huh.
another area. And so I know for a fact that inside my house is a
Uh
lot of
huh.
bullshit coming from inside my house. So I'm parked outside. So my dad will leave the door open, the front door, and I can hear the fan pulsating shit through the front door of the house. So
Mm-hmm.
I have to close the door to cut off like the electricity and the energy that's coming from inside the house
Uh huh.
seeping out to the car where I'm parked outside. So yeah, so I have to shut it off, like close the doors and shit. Not only
Wow.
that, but I had my headphones and trying to find them so I can put them on because they're trying to focus bullshit on me right now. I can tell,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just trying to avoid it to see if I could even coexist here and be able to fucking be here still because they're making it hard for me, this bullshit.
So the pole definitely made it worse.
Yeah, I mean, it's the if you look at the back of the house, like there's ceramic that the line runs to and connects to the top of the house where the
Uh,
electricity flows. The wire that they exchanged, they took out the old wire that was running to the pole and they put like a thicker gauge of wire plus they added to it so it's like more wire. It's more wire and it's thicker. The one that was on there before was just like a little one thin strip of wire. that was sufficient enough of electricity. They're having three wires that are look like a Twizzler, but thicker than that, and it's running to directly to that pole. So now that's juiced up, and whatever bullshit that they've been focusing on me is obviously it's gonna be strengthened. So I'm not even like honestly, I don't even like want to be in the house because I would play video games and stuff like that, and be able to kind of like be in the house, but I know that it's gonna be conditioning me, and they're gonna be trying to focus energy on me. So I'm just not gonna even give them the opportunity. What I'm gonna do is, um, there's like the neighbor's house right here across from me, and they're nosy and stuff like that. So I don't want them to see me and what I'm doing. So I'm gonna block off the fence. I'm gonna put up some kind of
Yeah.
type of like, uh, I don't know, like straw or whatever to
Part
block it
of
out so they
yeah.
can't see. Yeah, whatever. And there's a few things you can buy, whatever is the cheapest. And then I'm gonna just put my TV out here. I'm gonna run an extension cord outside the window, and since I'm
There
in
you
an
go.
open environment, it's a lot
Yeah.
harder for them to focus energy on you
Yeah.
unless there's a 5G tower right next to you or whatever. But
Right.
if it's inside, they're pulsating all this energy, so it's bouncing around with inside a cube of a room that you're living in or a house. So they're
Right.
pulsating all this energy. All this energy is flowing through your house, through the appliances, through everything. So you're being saturated by a bunch of stuff. If you're outside, it's hard to focus energy on you because it's a free range. Not only that, but there's trees around you that are absorbing stuff and stuff like that. The ground is grounding you if you certain type of shoes that you wear. So you're
Uh-huh.
lessening a lot of the energy that they're focusing on you, instead of being in the house. So that's why I sleep outside. And they're trying to like park certain cars next to me. I'll notice certain vehicles that they consistently park in the same spot every day, and I'm
Uh-huh.
just like, why are they fucking like they can't like how is it that they park on the same spot every day? Like what do they save parking for each other and shit like that? Which is weird. I mean, people they
Yeah.
find parking, right? Whoever gets home, which if they even have a job, they park wherever they can find parking. Sometimes their parking's not always available that they like to park in, and then somebody else will be there. So it's just like they working together. I can tell they're like a unit. The
Uh-huh.
different of these people are like saving each other's parking. I can tell which ones are perping on me, and they all seem to get along. All the
Uh-huh.
ones that are perping on me, like they're all fucking buddy buddy and shit like that. They'll have like modified exhaust, modified cars. Some of them have work vans, and they're always just sitting in their car with their engine on. And like I'll wake up and I'll see them, and then they leave, and I catch them all doing the same shit. They'll just be sitting in their car with their exhaust running, sitting there for like 5 to 10 minutes until I wake up. And
Uh-huh.
then I'll wake up, I'll open the door and I'll look, and then they're right there, and then they leave all of a sudden. As soon as I notice them, then they leave, and it's just like, dude, there's no way that I'm gonna wake up to your fucking muffler all the time, and then you fucking leave as soon as I wake up. Like, how does that make sense? Like, all of a
Yeah.
sudden you gotta go. You know what I
At
mean? Like all
different
of a sudden,
at different times. It's
consistently. Yeah, and it's
at
different
different
times, and it's always the same shit. And I'm just like, dude, come on, like you guys are
right.
synchronized with me. You're fucking with me, and you're fucking leaving when you fucking know that I'm getting pissed off. Like it's
Yeah.
just it's child's play, bro. It's fucking retarded shit. Like,
Yeah. And
I
then you
just
got those guys
sometimes I
out
want to kick
there
their ass, but
right now, like
can't
kind
really
of
do
like
shit about it.
yeah, you kind of got those guys out there right now,
Just
like
be the bigger man and just I like enjoy myself. Like I enjoy playing video games or watching movies and spending time trying to help whoever I can through these lives and stuff like that. But if I could choose to, I'd be working at a job that I wasn't getting messed with, and save my money and try to help, my family and whoever else needed the help, and try to just do something positive. Like that's my goal.
yeah.
Because it in this world, it takes money to do anything. Like most things, put gas in your car to go from point A to point B, like pay rent to live somewhere. So it's like you have to depend on the system, which I don't like the fact that it's that way. I'd rather
Uh-huh.
survive off the land and try to like live out there. But I mean, it's just they've messed with that type of living so badly. It makes it hard for people to even try to go back to those types of ways. It's
Yeah.
not impossible, but it is definitely hard.
Yeah, it's like honestly the most important things to like people that lead, that are like the leaders and politicians and shit for of any city, are like the most important things are buildings and fucking street. It's like who the hell, that has nothing to do with nature, bro. Like buildings and asphalt and fucking millions of cars out in the road. That I don't really enjoy driving. Like, like when you're a teenager, you're like, oh shit, I get to drive, or you beg your dad to let you drive and shit. But when you're older, you're like, dude, this is, yeah, you might drive a nice car and it feels nice to drive it, but it's like at the same time, it's like shit, dude. It's like, what the fuck is the point of this? Like they spend billions of on asphalt and regulating all that shit, street lights, and then you go a little fast and you stop, and then you fucking wait at the fucking light for 5 minutes, and that's our life, man. Like driving and fucking working, doing two things that we don't really like to do. And then, you know, most people don't make enough money and they work hard, just to fucking feed their family. Um, they don't really get to go on vacation, buy nice things, or like anything like that, or have any kind of like um, luxuries, not just material, but like other things like saving up and sending their kids to college and stuff like that. So it's becoming even harder with all this inflation shit too. It's like not just one thing is getting more expensive; everything's getting expensive all the way around. And but I don't really worry because it's like the elite. They've always done this. It's like chaos out, order out of chaos. So they create the chaos and they create the problem and they have the answers already. They have the solutions because they're the ones that create the problems, so we can continue to rely on them and be controlled. It's like if we all gathered up and we're like, dude, we're not paying $6 a gallon for gas. That's ridiculous. Like, fuck your car. Here's a car. Here's a key. Give me. Fuck you. Just keep that fucking car. I can't go to work now because gas is too expensive. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, why am I working if I'm paying everything I'm earning just to go to work and come back home and sleep? That doesn't make fucking sense. You know, it's just this whole system is
Yeah.
fucked up. It's just fucking stupid. It's like I don't know why a piece of shit apartment is worth $1,300. Like, there's no regulation in the market, like, at all. I don't know who controls that or how it's regulated, but it's like, how can you? It's especially like in Cali, bro. No disrespect, but fuck, like you see fucking shit out there, like in the hood, and it's like a house will be like nearly $1 million for like a 70-year-old house that probably cost $10,000 back in the day to be built. It's insane, and it's great for the rich people because they're like, oh, when everything goes to crap, the economy goes to shit. They just buy everything. They buy everything because nothing's worth anything at that point. Like the fucking economy has crashed. They have all the money. They can buy a $200,000 home for 40,000 at that point. You know, and by the time the economy rises again, they'll earn triple the money of what they spent. So it's all planned and strategic. So what I'm trying to say is, like, for people not to worry about it. It's all in God's hands, and these people do not have control more than God. Um, a lot of people are like, man, like, humans and the elites and corporations are ruining the world in so many ways with the climate also. It's like, yeah, they are, but I don't think God's going to allow to a point where it's like we're all going to be like literally living like in a type of hell, where it's like third world or something like that, and it's all hot. That's where it's getting at too. Like I have a friend in Europe, and she tells me it's hot as hell over there. It's like 90, 100 degrees. I have a friend in Charlotte, also Carolina. It's like 90 degrees every day over there. Um, I check on Vancouver because I've always wanted to go live in Canada. It's going to be 92, I think, tomorrow or something like that. 94. It's insane. So they're heating up the planet with the CERN thing. They can cool it down also if they wanted to. So, like I said, they're gonna like make it so the world seems like it's about to collapse and it's gonna self implode or whatever, and then they're gonna offer a solution. And that's when the idiot antichrist is gonna come and take over, and he's gonna have all the solutions to this or that. They can already feed the whole world and house everybody and offer free education. If somebody can sit on $1 billion, like, and dude, it's like, why do you want $1 billion, man? Like, those people just want more and more and more. They just monopolize everything in our life. Um, they don't really even spend that. They can't even spend that much money in a lifetime. Like, you give me $100,000, it'll change my life, and I'll never be broke again because I know how to invest money and stuff like that. But they know that about us also. They know that we're smart and that we're resourceful. But that's why they don't want us to win. That's why they don't want you to work. That because they don't want you to come up. Because if you have money, like you said, you'll be able to, reach more people and have a bigger platform and stuff like that. But I have so many ideas that they amaze me sometimes. Like, well, bro, like if I had the money, like I would open up like an art school, like, and just have like people in there like that have some kind of talent, um, kind of join. And if they're talented enough, they can continue in that school for free or something like that. I also have invention ideas also, but I don't want to share those. All kinds of things also, like, but yeah, man, they don't want us. They want us to work for minimum wage, or if they're paying you $16 an hour, it's a lot, according to them. You should be grateful. It's like $16 an hour. You can't buy a house with that. You can't raise a family. Um, and they tell you to work hard and stick at it, and then maybe one day you'll you'll be happy financially. It's like when I'm 50, 55 and shit, you know.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm gonna move up my car a little bit, cause I don't want my. Well, I have to move it because they're in a park, but I'll be right back.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
I also want to throw in a little, uh, I guess, little pointers that I know. So if your whole house is being, pulsating with electricity,
Mhm.
um, like if you have if you have this in your house where you can shut off certain breakers to certain parts of the room. So if you have
Mhm.
a breaker box, I shut off usually the power to like the room that I'm gonna be in or close to, and it I guess should help a little bit.
Mhm.
But yeah, like try to shut off
That's a
some of
good
the
idea.
electricity that you're not using that you don't need to use in the night when you're going to bed.
Right. Yeah, I have a spare room in my place, and I hadn't really thought of that. Um, yeah, there's a lady that lives right above that, and she plays a humming engine all night, like really loud. It's like how can you sleep like that, lady? Like sometimes I don't even think these things are human. Like I couldn't sleep with like a super loud humming noise. Like I don't care who you are. That's not soothing. That's fucking weird. That's fucking weird as shit. Um, tea bed bath.
The handle. You know how to do it, right?
Yeah. My dad's asking me something. Um, there you go. All right, let's see if that makes a change. Fuck. There's some other developments too that I don't want to talk about yet because they're still in the process. I don't like letting these perps know what the fuck's gonna happen. So, because I don't even know
Yeah.
what's gonna happen, but I don't want them to know if there's any difficulties that I'm having. I don't want them to know about them. But
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, it's just a small problem I have to deal with, but hopefully it gets dealt with soon.
So, what are your parents? Do they know? Like, you go through this, or like that you're?
Yeah, I mean you know
Are they
they
accepting
kind
of
of
it?
like
Because my
they
family is
kind
more
of
like,
like they
uh,
support me because they they think that it's not affecting me or they think that it shouldn't affect me, but they're
uh,
like, oh well, it's not, it's all in like the powers in your mind or whatever, like just don't give them like attention and blah blah. Like I feel like they're kind of in denial because they're not
mhm,
being targeted and they don't know how it feels. Um, but they have like a decent amount of understanding and stuff like that.
right.
But
You know what I
luckily
don't?
they
Yeah,
help a
but
little bit.
yeah, but it's kind of like in your heart of hearts, you kind of know that they know, that that's going on. Uh, I feel like like at least maybe like you've been like, oh look, here's the patents. You can see that there's patents for this stuff. There's thousands, if not millions, of TIs now. Even some politicians are talking about being, the Havana thing, the Havana syndrome, which is bullshit anyway. But yeah, it's out there, man. And I know sometimes, like I'm around my family, and they feel a little uncomfortable. Sometimes this is very rare now, though. But back then, it was more. It would happen more because I didn't know how to deal with my emotions and my chakras, and how to, be stronger about it. But they could tell, like, something was off. Like sometimes when my mom would tell me, like, "Oh, I didn't really sleep well last night, or I haven't slept well in a couple days." And it's like, well, I don't want to say that it's that they're messing with everybody, or like they're targeting me, and so you know, they're like collateral and shit. But it is that, and they know that. They know that what you're saying is true because you're not fucking crazy. No, nobody I know goes crazy like from one day to the next. How this shit usually happens. Like I remember I was fine one day, say like a Friday, and like a Saturday I started going crazy.
Yeah, it's always kind of
I'm
changing up.
thinking like kind of weird things, like, um, and I'm kind of hearing shit. So, and that doesn't happen over fucking night. Um, I don't care what people tell you. You can be doing the hardest drugs. That shit will not induce full blown schizophrenia or like you to start being paranoid about people and shit like that. You know, you love people or like you're just whatever around people, and one day, and then 2 days later, you're fucking breaking, falling apart. It's just, you know, and that's the thing I kind of do resent with my family, that they were never sympathetic or understanding or didn't want to hear it. Um, or at least give me, you know, the benefit of the doubt. Um, they were always like, no, no, this and that, you know. But it was like, no, dude, you know this shit's happening, and you're fucking lying. Um, I know because a lot of things, like for example, one of the many things that I noticed, people would come around and they would kind of smirk at them, like, oh yeah, like yeah, he's tripping, like, you know, he's in this program now and shit like that. But they would be more like, you know, it is what it is type of thing. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know, dude. I couldn't be a dad and see my kid go through that shit. I'd fight God if I had to. You know, I'd go to war with God if I had to. If it was my kid, bro, like I'm not gonna sell out. My life is not and more important than my kids for sure. Um, so what I'm saying is, like, if you're a TI, bro, like, you know, at one point you knew your parents knew. Maybe your parents were more nicer about it, you know, but a lot of our parents or a lot of our families, they exile us, or don't they don't believe us at all. Um, or they don't even like try to understand. And I think that's really fucked up. Uh, pardon my English here for some of you guys, but um, you know, it just is what it is. I've learned to forgive that, with myself, towards my family, and just kind of move on. I come from like a little weird family, man. Like the dynamics were really weird, a little toxic, a little narcissistic, this, that, and third. Where I kind of see everything and read energies, and when people are trying to kind of lure me into their little games or this or that in the third. That's why I kind of keep a guard up, or I'll stay away sometimes. Um, but yeah, I know that's like a touchy subject for some people, but it's true, man.
yeah. Like right now, I'm like kind of just doing my own reconnaissance because you already know I have this fucking
Yeah,
new electricity pole.
they
So
they
I'm like sitting here in the van and while I'm laying down and I can tell like the planes that pass by, just the regular aircrafts. I mean, as we know them, they're regular, but I mean, I don't think there's anything regular about them. I think they all have some type of perp shit on their fucking on these planes, but um if it's like super amplified, the sound is stronger now. Every
damn.
plane that passes by and helicopter and car, especially if they're modified, they
Uh-huh.
the sound is like amplified more stronger. So that already lets me know that it has to do with the electricity that's right here because it wasn't this intense at first.
Yeah,
So
I honestly encourage you, bro, and it's just coming from like a homie, to just see it as child's play, bro. It's like not a big deal. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, guys. You know, it's like, you know, at in the end, bro. Like honestly, they can try to give us cancer or destroy us inwardly, whatever. But I've noticed, man, because I've done a lot of shit, like a lot of bad things, and I've abused the heck out of my body, especially in this program, when it started, because I was rebellious against them and everybody else and everything else, and it was fucking hell, and it was crazy, and I hated it, and I couldn't stop, but I this and that, right? But um, what I was getting at is like I learned to just like be like, you guys can do whatever the heck you want. You're not going to steal my peace, my joy, and as long as I get some hours of sleep at night, and some nights, some weekends I sleep all weekend. I'll try to, and I'll catch up on my sleep, and that's great. Um, but yeah, man, just take it as, it's not that big a deal. Like, God wouldn't put you through that you know if He wasn't with you. He was not watching that. I've noticed that my body generates really quickly, like regenerates really quickly. Like I can go through like a really bad week, but like in 2 days I'll be like boom, I'll be like 85%, in a couple days, and the next week I'll be like 1,000% better. And I think that amazes them sometimes. They're like, damn, we cannot destroy this guy or these girls, like they're too resilient. But it's really just God, like, giving us that regeneration, that healing. And they hate it. They know it is some kind of like divine healing, or
Yeah.
and that goes for like other things too, like manifesting. A lot of people think that's esoteric or like it's witchcraft or whatever. Manifesting is just a word, and it means just that. And I went through like so many shitty jobs, dude. Like, not necessarily because the job was shitty, but like because there's a boss. Usually the boss will be bought out or something like that, and they're like made to treat you like shit. Um, but eventually, man, like I started getting like better jobs, more close knit, more professional jobs where people rub off on you, and you kind of start sharpening iron with them. Um, and then it's kind of peaceful at work and stuff like that. So I encourage you that for you to do that too. If you do want to, go out there in the corporate world, whatever they call it. Um, Eventually God will give you that opportunity and stuff. Um, I never thought I was gonna find it like a cool, chill job. Not that my job right now is chill. It's hard work, but I don't feel like the people around me are mobbing me or anything like that anymore. So there is opportunity out there where you can work in good places, and they may know you're a target too, but they don't participate in it. Choose not to. So just keep praying about it. You know what I mean? Like our life, we're only here, man, because God allows it to. Like if these things wanted to kill us, they would have plotted it a long time ago. They would have just all held, like, there would have been a mob outside of our house, like the good old fucking days where they were like, kill the fool or kill the monster or kill this witch or whatever they call us. But God doesn't allow it. Like, it's like I said, this is really like literally we're like pawns in Satan and God's little game here. And if it were up to Satan, we'd be like getting tortured, literally, physically. Um, in another sense, because we are getting tortured physically, even though it's touchless or whatever. But a word can hurt, and that's physical. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now, and I'm really glad with God. Sometimes I'm ungrateful. I'm not ungrateful, but I take things for granted sometimes. and I don't guard with what God has given me because it's hard sometimes. You know, we're dealing with I deal with temptation a lot. Like I'm a very I have a very addictive personality. Like if I like something, I'll keep doing it and stuff like that. You know, if I like a bar, I would go to it a lot. Thank God I don't go to bars anymore. Occasionally I do, but maybe once a year or something. Um, but yeah, man, I got to be careful with that. You know, like God has given me good opportunities. I've squandered those sometimes. You know, and I'm like, man, like that was like a good, really good job, like and stuff like that. But I know it's also because we're targets, you know, and sometimes drinking a beer or doing this or that or fucking acting out is a kind of like an escape, like a vent, like damn, I can't take this anymore, you know, like the heck is the point? And like I'm getting treated like shit by my boss at work. I can barely pay my bills. Everybody, I have all this pressure on me to do better, to produce, but it's hard because it's like as soon as you wake up, it's like you're being attacked, and no, and the other person next to you, working next to you, isn't. So, and then you feel inadequate sometimes, or you don't feel smart enough, and you're like, damn, I don't think my coworker finished high school, and they do better than me. They're better at their job, at our job, than I am. But it's just because you're being attacked all the time, and he isn't. So don't ever be hard on
Right.
yourself or belittle yourself or think little of yourself, dude. You are amazing. I have actually like encompassed or like kind of possessed the personality of a tiger. I don't know if you guys have studied tigers. They're like kind of they like isolation and they kind of do their own thing. They walk around. They do whatever they want. They're kind of respectful in their own routine though. Um, but everybody else respects them. And if you notice, all the other animals, they always make noise when they're around. It's like an alarm, like, hey, you know, be careful, this guy's around. But it must be very annoying for a tiger to even insects make a lot of noise when they're around. It's insane. I've seen documentaries, and you know, it's like when people can't take it anymore, or I'm in like stress groups and like anxiety groups, and like I try to help those people too because a lot of them are like suicidal and stuff like that. And I know some of them are targets, but they don't accept it or they don't know about it. They don't know that they're targets. But it's like, man, if we only knew how special we are, really, like, um, you know, and this world can't define us. People can't define our worth. Um, Especially somebody that's judging you when you're down is a piece of shit. I'm sorry, but they're a fucking piece of shit. And when you're down and your friends and your family abandon you, it's like, dude, that's when you need the most love, the most attention, the most, like, hey, how are you? You know what I mean? I know it's easy to push people away because we're scared and we're vulnerable, but that's when people abandon you, man. Like, or they'll talk shit about us, or they'll attack us even more when we're weak and vulnerable. So it's like it just makes you. Sometimes I'll be mad at myself because I'm so loving and I'm so giving and like I'm so like sympathetic and like thoughtful towards people. But you know, at the end of the day, I tell myself like I'm not gonna change that about me. That's what that's how God made me, man. You know, and made me like that for a reason, though, because I'm not a fucking asshole. You know, I can be. Sometimes I'm purposely an asshole, but that's only when I have to be. But that's very rare, you know, because I don't really need to be. Because people get the point um, when I need to get a point across. Like I work at work, sometimes people will call me, and I know it's the enemy, kind of like attacking me, uh, like uh, what's it called, like he's using them to like make me feel like crap or like inadequate or whatever, or like just yell at me. A lot of times I have to stop them and be like, dude, you're not gonna yell at me. That whole customer's always right thing. That's not gonna work on me. I'll get fired before you belittle me. I'm trying to see what's up with your shit, and a lot of times they're wrong at the end of the call. Or when they come into the office, it's like you're yelling at me over some shit that you did with your bill or with your policies or whatever. It's like, but you got to pick up on that. It's like they're messing with you and they're testing you, and they're basically hyena monkeying you. Like they know they can't attack you or kill you physically or directly. They got to play some other kind of game. So,
Yeah, exactly what they're doing right now to me. These motherfuckers. I'm trying to go to sleep. Well, I'm dozing off a little bit, and I can tell that they're like connecting to me when I'm fucking sleeping, and it feels like it's part of the electrical bullshit. But I think I'm probably gonna have a
yeah, yeah.
problem even sleeping outside my house now.
That's probably why they did it.
Yeah, because they wanted me to be like always running around, like, because usually I'll drive like a block away, because I know my neighbors. They have these work vans, and every time they come around, I get really tired and I get really sleepy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'll be like, you know what, fuck them. I'm not gonna let them have it their way and get paid off of me suffering. So I just pretty much spend only like a few hours of the day here, and then go back and chill my car the rest of the night away from the house, so like the neighbors couldn't make money off of me. So
Yeah.
now it's I don't know, I think it's already a done deal, but we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, let me know if you want to go ahead and hang it up. Um, like I said, dude, don't think about it too much. It's just be like, just keep breathing and relaxing. You've done nothing wrong. Um, we are what's right. Even when we're assholes or like little brats and little shits and shit, like, or when we talk shit or when we, you know, outsmart these bastards. Um, we're still the innocent victims here. No matter what, it's like so. That's what I tell myself when I can't sleep like that. It's like, nah, fuck them. Like, I don't care. You can put these images in my head, in my eyes, my mind. I don't care. These feelings in my nervous system. You can make my legs tense. Um, you can make me breathe a little harder, but it's like you're not gonna make me feel like I'm in the wrong here. So, but anyways, T. I think we should probably try to get some shut eye here. Um, Jack, yeah, the it says, or I start screaming on them to shut the f up. Yeah, I got in trouble one time with that, where the hello management said they sent me an email that there was a noise complaint. So you got to be careful with that. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here too, guys. God bless you guys. I love you guys, and um, hopefully we can all sleep well tonight. See ya.
So I lost connection real quick. I guess 1-0 left, but yeah, it's good to have you on, brother. I just wanted to also add to If you guys check out my last videos, you'll see that they installed the electricity pole right here. Um, so I'm feeling the energies off. I shouldn't honestly even spend the night here so that they can't get the information that they need, because when you sleep is a very crucial time. So they put this pole up here for a reason, and it's probably covering um a certain amount of area within a certain, distance. So I'm close enough to it where they're gonna be able to hit me tonight with some bullshit ass energy. And so my best interest is probably not to spend the night here, but I don't give a fuck. Like, it's not like it's gonna change anything, whatever. Like, I mean, it's not a thing I haven't seen before or haven't felt before. Um, I'm gonna just try to sleep here and try to shield as best as I can. And matter of fact, I'm thinking of some shielding tips that I can use right now. I'm not gonna talk about them, but I've mentioned them in the past, on different lives that I've came on. I think I'm gonna use that shielding technique tonight, and just so that they don't get the hopefully they don't get the proper information that they need to try to program me or whatever. Um, but yeah, the only thing I could do is document and like let you guys know what ends up happening, so that you guys can avoid it in the future. If you ever have to deal with this, you learn from our mistakes or from our advantages, and just better your situation in any way that you can. So yeah, hopefully I can get some rest tonight, and I can find some solutions to being too close to this fucking trifling ass tower. Um, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna crash out for the night. So you guys have a blessed night. Keep on fighting. If you guys need help, just let me know in the comment section. I'll do what I can to help or to answer any questions you guys have. Uh, Peace out.